guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a first impression of the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. This is the first time that I'm going to be using it, so I thought I would come on here and do a little first impression slash review. This is actually the first product that I've actually owned from Milani. So yeah, we are going to try this out. The shade that I picked up was 008 Porcelain. Now I picked up this shade, I do believe it is the lightest shade, just because I did see quite a few reviews on their, I think it's their vanilla shade or creamy vanilla, something like that. I've seen a lot of reviews that oxidised so orange, so I thought I would go for the lightest shade, that way I can darken it up and stuff. I'm going to do one side with a sponge, one side with a brush, and I'm going to prime one side and then I'm going to leave the other side unprimed. This foundation retails for £13. I got this on Beauty Bay, and you do actually get 30ml of product in this little bottle as well. This lid does come off and it is just a little sort of pump applicator. I believe that Beauty Bay actually had 29 different shades of this foundation, ranging from very light to very dark, so I do think shade range was pretty good. I'm going to use this little professional sample and I'm going to put this on this side. So this is going to be the prime side. I'm not going to put any sort of primer on this side. This is probably going to be a lot lighter than my neck. I have kind of sort of scrubbed off the fake tan, but it is kind of showing a little bit. So this is probably going to be so much lighter. So I'm just going to take one, two. You do get quite a lot of product when you use the little applicator. It feels quite creamy. It is quite thick. I don't know how much of this to use. Right, I'm quite scared because I think I've used too much of this. Right, so on this side I'm just going to go in with this beauty sponge. This is a Revolution face sponge and I'm just going to blend this in. This is super easy to blend. This colour is actually okay, it is a little bit light, but I think it'll be okay once I put like bronzer and stuff on. Foundation does actually have, this is going to sound strange, but it's like a sweet sort of cleaning product scent. It kind of smells like lemons or something, like Dettol wipes. So that is the first layer of this on this side. This is the prime side, so I'm now just going to go on and I'm going to do this side, which is not primed, and I'm going to use a brush with this side. So far I feel like I got less coverage with this side, with the sponge. I definitely got a lot more coverage with the brush. I feel like it doesn't look full coverage on the skin. I've definitely had other foundations like my Makeup Revolution one and the Huda Beauty one. What other one? My L'Oreal Infallible cover. I've definitely had more coverage. This is only one layer though. So I'm quite tempted to build it up and see what it's like. This is definitely a foundation that oxidizes because I can kind of see it like trying to, like, it's kind of evened itself out a little bit more. I did notice when I was putting it on this side, after this side had kind of settled, this side had kind of settled into like my normal skin tone, and then this side was a lot lighter, but I can see it kind of mixing now. So far it's nice. I am going to go in just with another little bit. I'm just going to put it on both sides, and I'm going to see if it's buildable. I don't really need much on my head. I'm not putting loads on, just a little bit around the cheeks. This is the second layer of this foundation. I am finding that it doesn't have a really matte finish. It definitely has like a demi-matte finish. There is a little bit of luminosity as well, which I don't mind. But yeah, it actually looks okay. Just so you guys know, I do normally have like combination skin. I have a very oily T-zone, but I have sort of normal and round about the rest of my face. In the winter I do get slightly dry, that's just due to weather and stuff, but this is how this is looking so far. So this is what it's looking like without any sort of powder or anything on it. I don't know if it's just because of my ring light, but it is kind of making me look very dewy. But that will probably change once I get some powder and stuff on it. Just going in with my Rimmel Clear Complexion powder. Just using a brush. So that is this all powdered and sort of set. With the powder on top of that, I'm definitely feeling like I have a lot of makeup on. So far it is nice, I am liking it. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to contour. I'm just going to use my little Freedom trio here. My Makeup Revolution F105 brush. And I'm just going to contour. I don't want to go too heavy handed and maybe move the foundation. Just going to contour under here. Powders and stuff are definitely sitting pretty nicely on it so far. I can definitely still say that I can still see these little spots that I have right here. It hasn't actually covered that, and that is with two layers. So that is my brows, my face, my foundation and everything done. Now I'm just going to go in with the Imagination palette. And I'm just going to do a sort of a basic eye look. Now, when I say basic, I mean very basic, like we're not going to do very much at all. We're going into the shade Love and Life. And Too Nice. Now I'm just going to take the shade Okay, and I'm just going to buff that into my crease. Nothing crazy today. I'm just going to go in with this little MAC sample. This is Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash Mascara. This mascara is amazing. I'm definitely going to have to buy the full size. Right, so this is what it's looking like with all my makeup on. So far, I'm really liking it. All the powders and stuff have went on really nicely. All this being drugstore, it is pretty good, but I definitely have had more full coverage foundations from the drugstore. For example, my Infallible from L'Oreal, my Makeup Revolution one, but it is still a really nice foundation. Now it does say on the back medium to full coverage. I would definitely say this is more of a medium sort of coverage. It says it's a lightweight oil-free formula. I wouldn't say lightweight as per se, because I do feel like I've got quite a bit of foundation on my face, and with the powder on top of that, it has made it feel pretty thick. Long wearing, water resistant and sweat proof. It is currently 11:30 in the morning and I am probably just going to be staying in the house doing my general stuff that I do day to day, just like tidying up and stuff. So I can't really test out if it's like water resistant. Long wearing, I will be doing a little wear test on this. I'm going to try and do a couple of little check-ins, just like with different times throughout the day, so that you guys can see what this foundation is doing. So far I am pretty impressed by it. I do really like it. It does oxidise a little bit. I'm glad I did get this shade because it has sort of oxidised to my sort of skin tone. It hasn't went too dark. With the bronzer and stuff on it, I think it's actually a perfect shade, so I'm glad I got this shade. For people who want a lot of coverage, this is going to give you good coverage, but it's not going to give you lots, it's not going to give you full coverage. Just going to zoom you in. You can still see that I have a little bit of blemishes here. These are still visible through this foundation. I did actually apply it twice. You can definitely still see that I have some spots and stuff here. I did use a primer on this side, I didn't use primer on this side, and to be honest, I definitely think this side's a lot more shinier. I don't know if that is maybe just the professional, but yeah, I feel like this side is a little bit shinier than this side. I don't know. But I will do a little check-in with you guys in a couple of hours and I'll let you guys see what it's looking like. So guys, I didn't use any sort of concealer, I've only just used this foundation. Hi guys, right, okay, so it is 2:33 and this is what my foundation is looking like so far. I haven't really done much today, I've just done the housework and stuff and just been kind of pulling down about the house. Haven't done any sort of major stuff. I'll just took my tree down and stuff, so yeah. So, just get a little bit closer. I've also just reapplied lipstick, by the way, just because my lips were looking pretty ratchet. I have also ate some lunch and stuff, so if round my mouth has lost a bit of foundation, that's why. But yeah, this is what the foundation is looking like so far up till now, which is just going on to 2:45 nearly. This is what the foundation is looking like. I would definitely say that somehow, for me, I don't know if this is what's meant to happen, but I feel like the prime side is definitely looking a lot more shiny than the non-prime side. It's definitely a lot more sticky as well. I feel like as soon as I touch my face, the foundation is going to just wipe off. It is beginning to separate a little bit around my nose. That always happens. We don't have much oiling happening on the head yet. But yeah, so far I think this looks pretty good. So this is what it's looking like just now. I will try and give you a little... I'll try and give you guys a little update after my dinner and stuff, but I'm probably not going to get it to about after 6. So I'm going to try and give you guys a little update later. But other than that, this is what this foundation is looking like just now. I am actually super impressed by it. It is actually really nice. I am really liking it so far, and I am pretty happy with how it's looking. I will check back with you guys after my dinner. That'll probably be my last update. I do get an early bed when I am due from my work in the morning. So yeah, I'll do a little update then and I will show you guys what this is looking like then. It's currently 7:49 as you guys can see. This is going to be my last check-in for the day because I'm just going to take all my makeup off and go to my bed because I do actually have work in the morning. This is what the foundation is looking like now. I'll just zoom you guys in a little bit more so that you guys can see. On my head, it's definitely a lot more tackier and oily. But it still actually looks okay, and I feel like if I went over that with a brush, it would be fine. Face is looking definitely a little bit more oily at the T-zone, which is normally where it oils up. You can definitely see that I've oiled up a little bit around the T-zone where I normally oil up. It is pretty sticky. It is separating a little bit at the nose, but honestly it hasn't separated as much as I thought it would. Maybe just because I've had just a chill day in the house. But it honestly hasn't done anything crazy to the point where I'm like, no, get this off my face. But it has actually stayed pretty well. So I would definitely say this is pretty long lasting. I haven't done anything to my face. You can probably tell that this side, it is definitely separating, and at my nose, that is a big part of me that always separates. This side as well, but I feel like this side isn't as oily or sticky as the prime side. Now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm not going to add any more product, but I'm just going to sort of buff in these oils a little bit. And this is definitely still wearable. I feel like this still actually looks pretty good. Guys, I am super impressed with this. This is definitely long lasting. Yeah, granted I haven't really done anything crazy throughout the day. I've kind of just sat in the house, but I have done housework. I've done washings and stuff. I've cooked dinners. So yeah, it did oil up at the T-zone where I thought it would oil up, but nothing major crazy, nothing that would say I wouldn't wear that again, or I would definitely wear this on like a night out when I wanted like good coverage. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say about this foundation. I would definitely say I do actually prefer it with the non-primed side and with the brush. I feel like it's gave a lot more coverage than with the sponge, but both sides were actually pretty nice. I am actually really excited about this now, and I probably am going to use it quite a lot of times. For £13 it's definitely worth it. I was a little bit sceptical when I sort of smelled the scent of it, because it does actually smell like dental wipes or something. What I will do is I will actually leave the link for this foundation in the description bar. I just got mine on Beauty Bay, so I'll leave the link there if you do want to try it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you did, please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that usual jazz. I am planning on doing a little giveaway with all my 2018 favourites, so stay tuned for that really at 5k, and I want to do a little giveaway for you guys because I just want to thank you guys for being there, all the love, all the support. So before you go anywhere, if you do like this sort of content and you do like reviews and makeup looks and stuff, then please do not forget to subscribe. So yeah, this is this foundation review. I'm actually super impressed. This is definitely a thumbs up from me. I'm really liking this. If you've tried this, let me know what you think of it in the comments. If you haven't, I definitely think you should try it. But that is all for this video. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, all the usual jazz, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.